Alright, here's the donor for the 72 C20. Just got back home with it. Obviously you need to take the body off of it and everything. Here's a little update on the Morse Minor as we have cut out more of that to get it closer prepped for the Geo. Jason has got the Geo pretty well cut down as much as he can and ready. So after we get the body off of this, so the plan is basically get the body off of this thing, which it's kind of a mess. Gotten parts out of it, this and that. We got to get the body off and hauled off. Once we get the body off and this hauled off, we'll end up taking the rolling chassis and everything to Jason's house. And probably, I'm thinking might as well when we do that, once we get this off, haul it to the scrap, and then take the rolling frame and chassis to Jason's. But we'll just load the Geo on the trailer while it's there with it and get it over here. Because once that's taken care of, as far as the body is off of this thing and everything, and that is gone, and the frame is over there, likely bring the Geo over and try and mate the two for the next step, and then it'll be switching back to the C20 again. So I got the carburetor rebuilt for the engine that's in that C20. It's a 350. I got it done. This thing does not want to start back after it gets warm, and then you get out and 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, it's hard to crank. I think it's flooding out on itself, so probably need to look into that carburetor also. That one over there was actually my first, so yeah, good times. So that's kind of the update on everything. And there's the donor Tahoe for the 72 C20. Alright, we got the Tahoe in the garage here. We got the rack set. Be able to lift up and get the body mount, stuff like that. Just started pile over here, got both fenders off and the front grille, battery, just some random stuff all ripped off here. Sucking down the AC system in case there's anything in there. Yeah, just kind of a quick update on the current state of removing things off the firewall, all that stuff. Connectors, I don't think we actually need any of that stuff, but I'm kind of taking it apart instead of just cutting it out anyways. We'll see where we end up, but that is kind of what I've gotten done so far. Like I said, once I kind of get the front kind of taken apart more, I'll lift it up and take all the body mounts out, take off the shifter cable, the fuel lines go into the tank, have to take those off. Probably a harness back here to the bumper, a few things like that. But I'll check back with you guys here in a little bit and show you a little bit more progress. Whew, all right, we're somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. The body is lifted. I've kind of been going at it. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a total of 10 body mounts on this thing. I had watched a video and somebody had said there was 8 body mounts on there. So I got 8 of them off, thought I was good. And just, it wasn't going anywhere in the back. And right up under the exhaust, this guy and over there were the other 2 that were hiding from me. And like I said, I got the obvious 8 and thought it's good. The other thing that was fighting me once I got those loose is my lift, as you can see, and it was hitting the bottom of this mount also, so it was still lifting the back up. So I couldn't really roll it forward or back anymore, the way it was positioned and the arms, things like that, to be able to get in a better spot. So I just had to kind of just keep inching it to the edge. As you can see, it's kind of scraping on the way up, so it was tight fit. But yeah, everything is tore off of it that needs to be tore off of it, and she's off. Should be able to go all the way up with it. I don't know that I want to go all the way up with it right now, but everything's disconnected. So we're good to go as far as hauling the body off to scrap. The plan we kind of came up with was to get at this point to where we know everything is off, set it back down on the frame, roll it out, and get it up on the trailer and lift, haul it to the scrap yard, and then have them lift the body off of the frame and scrap it, and then just drive off with the frame and everything, versus trying to roll this out, and then it's a super tight fit down here to get a trailer backed in, to get underneath the lift to try and drop it on, and then go do the same thing. So that's kind of the plan, is to throw it back down on there, get it back on the trailer, let scrap lift it off, and then haul the frame and everything to Jason's house. So it was a cold start to the day. It was actually had some snow flurries this morning. Wasn't expecting that. Expected it to warm up. So got a late start. I hauled off the junk Civic that I used the motor out of this morning also. And like I said, picked up this Tahoe, got it back, got the body off. Now it's done. And I need to put some new trailer lights on the trailer and probably go bolt the carburetor back on the C20. And then I'll still have a new fuel pump to throw on that too, but first things first, right? So at a good point here, this is knocked out, and tomorrow I'll probably get it loaded up, things like that. And I'm thinking I'll get it loaded tomorrow and then go Wednesday morning and haul it off and deal with all that. I'll have to talk with Jason about getting the frame to his house and everything then. So I guess as far as pointers, like I said, there was 10 total body mount bolts, not 8 for me. That kind of held me up, that and the lift being hung up. Besides that, it's just, I mean, tearing everything off for the fenders and pulling them out. And he wanted this hydro boost set up, so I unbolted it from the inside. Didn't really need anything else, but I kind of unplugged it all and just pushed it to the side, taking the front end off. I mean, it was kind of cut and dry as far as that goes. Don't need the AC stuff. Heater hoses had to come unhooked. There's a harness coming up and linking to this, but once again, he said he didn't need any wiring stuff, whatever, so I just cut that. And then I cut a small bunch right here coming out, and that was really all I cut. Everything else I kind of unbolted and took off like normal. Like park and brake cable, all that stuff I actually ended up cutting. So I guess worst case scenario, you have to buy a new cable if you end up using it or needing it. But she's up, she's off, and we're on to the next step.